2 years ago, I built a sleeping platform for my Toyota RAV4. I spent about $250, borrowed my dad's tools and a little bit of his time for help, and spent a weekend putting it together. And it's ended up being one of my most popular YouTube videos. And for the price point, it's actually worked really well. I built it out of plywood wrapped in outdoor carpet with removable legs so I could break it down into 3 sections. I've slept on it all over the Pacific Northwest. And for the price, I really can't complain. It has served me well. But after using it for a couple of years, I've noticed a couple of downsides. Over the last couple of years, the legs that are meant to stay in place have loosened up over time. It doesn't fold down very compactly, so these 2 pieces are too long so I can't put my seats up and have it just folded in the trunk area. So, and then in storage, it's pretty bulky. So it's just kind of this large platform taking up kind of a large space in my garage. And then it's pretty awkward to assemble every trip. If I'm going on a trip, it has to be fully assembled before I load the car with my gear. So those were just a couple of minor inconveniences I've noticed with it. And then questions I typically get about it are, what if I don't own tools? How can I get something like this if I don't want to build it? Stuff like that. So for this video, I wanted to see if there was a better option for the same price point. This is the Hele Box. It is a no-build sleeping platform designed specifically for SUVs. So the idea is, instead of spending a weekend building your own platform, you can just unroll this and go camping. So I thought it would be fun to do a side-by-side comparison of my DIY car camping platform against the no-build Hele Box platform. Right out of the box, the first thing I noticed that I really liked is that it's pretty lightweight. The entire setup only weighs just a little more than like half of my sleeping platform. The other thing I really liked is that it uses aluminum legs, these wood planks for the bed part, and you can even get it with its own little perfectly sized sleeping pad. So those were just like some really nice things I liked. I love the carrying bag. That's really nice for storage. So those were a few of my favorite features right out of the box, but let's go camping and see how they stack up. One thing I really like is when the Hele Box is totally folded up in its bag, it fits right in my trunk without having to fold the seats down, which is a really nice feature that my DIY platform does not do. Okay, so now that I'm at camp, I'm going to set a timer on my phone and see how long it takes me from getting the Hele Box from folded up in the bag to ready to sleep. Okay, about 6 minutes and 40 seconds, which is pretty dang good because this is just like maybe 2 minutes longer than it takes me to set up a full tent. And mind you, this is only the second time I've set it up, so I feel like as I get more comfortable with it, it's going to get a lot faster. I really like how quick it is to set this up and be ready to go. So before I finish setting up all my bedding on it and testing it out for real, I wanted to show you how it fits in here. I really like that I have this half of the car where I can put my fan and clothes or stack blankets. It looks nice and long. It'll fit in my SUV tent perfectly without interfering. And I like that I have plenty of headspace. I don't want to feel like I'm kissing the roof, so that is another thing I really like. But next, let's test at how comfortable it is. Okay, so right off the bat, it's pretty comfortable. It's got good room to roll around or lay on my side, which I'm a side sleeper. Plenty of headspace, so I can like move or like read a book, and I don't feel like I'm like this. my original DIY build, I actually accidentally built the legs too long and I had like so much less headroom, so I really like that. Another thing that I really like is that these legs have these 1/2 inch adjustments, so I can really level it, especially if I'm like parked on uneven ground and I can't get it quite perfectly level. You can see like I'm in pretty muddy area that is definitely not leveled, so I tried to position my car as level as possible, but I really like that. Like if something feels a little leany, I can do a little 1/2 inch adjustment on all of these legs and really level it out. So I really like it, and I'm excited to try it out tonight and see like how I sleep on it, because that's honestly the real test. Good morning. It was just slept my first night on the Hele Box, and I slept pretty good. Let's make some coffee and then we can do a review of my final thoughts. Okay, so here's my review. If you are somebody who likes DIY projects and customizing your own builds, then the DIY platform is an excellent option. But if you're somebody who doesn't own tools, wants something that stores really easily, then the Hele Box is a really great option. The only thing I would change is I'm probably going to put a thicker pad on here because I'm a little bit bougie and I like it a little more squishy. But this is great. This is the single. They also have a double if you got a person that you like to camp with. So that is my thoughts on that. And then let's run the numbers. So for the DIY platform, I spent $250 and 7 hours building it. I borrowed tools from my dad and I took several trips to Home Depot. The Hele Box is the same price point, sets up in just a couple of minutes, and it stores really easy with 0 tools. So am I getting rid of the DIY platform? I don't know yet. I'm really proud of that build, so that's a really hard decision for me, but I can see myself using the Hele Box a lot, actually, so time will tell on that one. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I've linked the Hele Box in the description if you'd like to check it out for yourself, and let me know what you think. Do you think the DIY version is better, or would you prefer the no-build Hele Box version? Okay, bye, see you next time.